the spring lineup is here. It's underway, so as expected, it's very impressive. Tell us a little bit about who we can expect to see and what's available for us to check out right now.
This week, folks should join us Friday for Jad Abumrad, who is, most folks will know him from Radio Lab. And a lot of folks also hopefully have heard his amazing podcast, Dolly, Parton's America, which won a Peabody last year. Anybody that's missed anything should know that our archive is available online. So, for example, if you missed the Henry Louis Gates program, you can go back and watch it. It's there for you. You didn't miss it. Another exciting PBS persona that we'll be hosting in April is Raney Aronson, who is the fearless producer director behind the show Frontline, which is certainly, talk about, cutting the edge of America. She's certainly doing an amazing job of that. So we can't wait to visit with Raney. And we've got, some new program that we have, a new program that we have not yet announced.
So tell us about it.
I have to tell you, you're the first to hear the news. We are adding for our the week after Raney in April. This will be a program, will be on April 9th, a program which will be a conversation between Wynton Marsalis and Ken Fischer, who is the director, or was the director for 30 years of the University Musical Society. And that will be, I am sure, another not to miss moment.
Are there any plans to start thinking about what this is going to look like in the future as we get back to in person?
How that's going to work out seems to shift constantly. I think it was last night, I heard President Biden saying he thought by Christmas things, which was not what we were all hoping, I think, for a lot sooner than that.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think about how, because obviously I'm right now trying to think about our fall programming and how we're going to roll that out. Without having any definitive on that, I'm trying to think about it in some way that we can be able to pivot somewhat to a more in-person format before we would even, I think there are a lot of challenges around that too, right? Though, because what happens to travel? I can't imagine international borders are going to be open as soon as perhaps we might be able to get together in the theater again. We used to always think of ourselves as a live first production, and I think that has forever changed now. We will certainly be continuing to make work for our online audiences, but we also really, really, really want to get back to those in-person engagements, because it's so much, there's more sort of engagement and conversation that happens in real time around these folks when we can have them in person. I think we're also going to see some of that too, though, where we will have people who cannot travel here that we still want to engage, where we may have more of a digital platform in the theater for people in person to be engaging around as well. So, I'm trying to think about it and keep an open mind for the path forward.
Who are you looking forward to most? There's always a difficult question, and that is going to be it for you. Who are you most excited to see?
Oh God, that's a really hard question for me because, they're kind of like, there's so many ways I look forward to each and every one of them, right? Because everybody has something exceptional to offer. I have to say though, if I had to only pick one, which is almost impossible, but I am very, 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 very excited about Pipilotti Rist. She's a video artist from Switzerland who is exceptional. This woman is absolutely exceptional. A couple of the reasons that I would put her at the forefront of my list are she is really, really, really thinking about this space that you and I are in right now and how we're communicating and how we're all we've all been sort of flattened out into this two-dimensional, screen space. This is what her work is all about, and how does the physical body, live in this sort of 2D environment.
With that, where can people go to get that surprise, to get the insight and knowledge that is provided by the Penny Stamp series?
We put things out through YouTube, through Facebook. PBS Books is our partner. So this, different libraries are offering this. The Detroit Public Television website, and then pennystampsevents.org is sort of where, our homepage, where you can find all the information on everybody. And all programs are released Friday nights at 8 p.m. And then are available, in our archive after that for on-demand viewing